from the 7 Storm Team. Your first alert weather with meteorologist Ben Terry.
6:48 now, looking at our Cambridge Skycam. The rain has returned here to the coastal areas near our Skycam as the rain's falling and sort of messing with our visibilities there just a bit. But some of those storms that we're tracking now along the coast, obviously, that's where they're going to remain this morning. It will be later this afternoon that we deal with the rain for inland locations, and that would include Lake Charles. Upper 70s right now on the map, currently in Lake Charles, 84 in Cameron, lining up here right along the coast, and these storms have yet to really push inland. So for Cameron over toward Grand Chenier, continuing on, it looks like you may catch a little bit of a break here within the next hour as some of this activity, though, does begin to drift on off toward the east and may give you a little bit of a break in the short term before that second round returns later today. Low pressure area in that trough extending right there along the coast, and that's where we're seeing storms fire right along that trough of low pressure that extends all the way over toward New Orleans and into coastal Alabama, where the rain continues. That low pressure just not really moving anywhere quickly. That's why our forecast is not really changing. It's a persistence forecast. Unfortunately, it's a wet persistence forecast for us today. Look at that. Rain chances all the way up to 70% by this afternoon. Tropical downpours, lightning will all be the main concerns for today, and it will heat up. In fact, before those storms do move in, look at that. The heat index 106 to maybe as high as 108 before those cooling storms arrive. And with that low pressure off to the east around the low, storms will begin to develop, dropping in from the north. A little earlier start for places like DeRidder, Oakdale, down to Oberlin and Dry Creek, Singer, those areas. And then into the Lake Charles area, mid to late afternoon, storms will push on in and push southwards near the coast. Again, heavy downpours like yesterday. Biggest concern will be that lightning and the possibility of some localized street flooding where those heavy downpours form. Into Friday, that low only slowly meanders north. I think we'll have another round of afternoon storms move through, a lot like we'll see today. And Saturday, well, unfortunately, not looking much better. In fact, especially for the afternoon, looks like we'll get one final round of those heavy tropical downpours before we see the pattern begin to shift a bit as we go into Sunday. That moisture begins to pull north. Still, a few afternoon storms will be around, but I think our coverage will be a little bit lower as we head toward the latter half of the weekend. A front, meanwhile, moving in to Texas will stall here, bring rain places like Dallas down toward the Austin area for the weekend and next week. That front is never really going to push on through our area, but still very warm, muggy afternoon storms pretty much every day next week are expected. Rainfall amounts, it looks like between now and Sunday, some areas could receive between 2 and 4 inches of rain, of course, over a several-day time frame. Biggest concern with that would be localized amounts where you get that inch in less than an hour with some of those downpours. That's when we will see the possibility of a little bit of street flooding around the area, so just watch out for that if you're out driving. We know it's all too common here in Lake Charles when you have a heavy downpour fall and it doesn't move. The storm just kind of sits there. That's when we start to see the water pile up on those roads. So just watch out.
I know I was mowing the yard yesterday, watching those clouds, hoping I could beat the rain, and I did. So
you see the lightning that was with it. Big time lightning. Yeah.
You don't have like a long front yard and short backyard.
No, it's evenly spaced.
Glad you got it done in time.
Yeah.
6:51 now on News.